Welcome to today's training. Automatically reach your best prospects 100 plus times. Automatically reach your best prospects 100 plus times. Thank you everyone for attending today's training, today's webinar. I'm thrilled to have you here, and I can't wait to show you what this is all about, because it is marketing like you've probably never seen or even thought of before for your own business. To get started, I want to ask you the question: who is the best candidate to be your next customer? Who is the best candidate to be your next customer? So that's the big question we're going to start with. And before I just give you the answer, I want to show you, and I think you'll come up with the answer on your own. Anyone ever heard of the Amazon strategy? Well, we've all heard of Amazon. They're dominating the world. But I want to carefully show you a strategy they've been using for years. And I want you to put in the chat when you recognize what's going on here. Even if you don't know the exact name for it or what this marketing tactic is, the moment you recognize it and you say, hey, I've experienced that, I want you to put that in the chat that, yes, I get it. I know what's going on, all right? So this is the way Amazon works. You go shopping for something. Maybe it's a phone, maybe it's a used phone, maybe it's a brand new phone, maybe it's a completely, I don't care, maybe it's diapers, maybe it's handbags. I don't care what it is. You go on there, maybe auto parts. You're going on there shopping, and you're looking at this product, and you're like, oh, like the Samsung looks good to me. Oh, that's a good deal. I'm gonna maybe you even add it to your cart, but you don't purchase it. All right? That's the way we work usually. We kind of look around, we browse, we think, we dream, we hope, we wonder if we have the money right then, and then, or we get distracted. And the kids are doing something, or I've got my employee that's asking me the question, whatever it is, and then I just leave this page, okay? But then a few days later, I notice when I'm checking out the scores on ESPN, wait a minute, isn't that the phone I was just looking at? And then I'm on CNN checking out the news, and oh, look, there's that phone again. Or maybe I'm looking at some local news, and I notice that phone, yeah, right, that phone, I wanted to get that phone. I'm on weather.com, the Weather Channel. I'm seeing it everywhere all of a sudden. Yeah, I see some of you are already putting in the chat. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Right? You've experienced this. Do you know what it's called? It's so powerful. It's been said, it's marketing that makes all your other marketing efforts better. We're going to talk about why that is. But not only is it on websites, you might start to see these on your phone apps, like weather apps, gaming apps, local apps, business apps, very specific niche apps, but all of a sudden you see it there, okay? And historically, this type of marketing, which is incredibly powerful, has only been for the big guys. I'm talking about the Walmarts online, the Amazons, huge companies like this. And I want to share with you now, some of you have guessed it, some of you are like, yeah, almost all of you are saying, yes, I've experienced this. But I want to break this down for you so you know exactly what's going on. There's two types of display ad marketing, okay? And you'll be able to use these ads that we're going to share with you for years to come with these two strategies. One is called retargeting ad traffic. And it's built on the fact that we know 96% of website visitors don't contact you. Anybody not believe me on that? We're going to come back to it in a second. And then there's cold ad traffic, basically the idea that you can show fresh advertising to people and then bring them into your website. All right, and some of you might even have experience doing this on Facebook or Google search or all other types of ad platforms. But what I want to hone in on with you right now is retargeting ad traffic. And I'm telling you, 96% of website visitors don't contact you. And if you don't believe me, I want you to go look at your website analytics. I want you to look at how many visits come to your website and how many phone calls do you actually get? How many email requests do you actually get? You know, it's a tiny, tiny fraction, and that's because people leave. They get distracted. They want to come back. They couldn't find what they're looking for. All kinds of reasoning, and thus why this strategy is so important. So someone visits your website, you automatically drop a tracking pixel on them. Totally industry standard, totally ethical, nothing to worry about when it comes to that, but you drop a browser pixel. Now you're able to market and get your name and message and communications in front of those people as they go across the web, just like what I just demonstrated, what Amazon has been doing. Okay? And not just that, but you can follow them for 1 to 3 months until they're actually ready to buy. That's retargeting, and it's incredibly powerful. Cold traffic is sort of the opposite, is you're placing your ads everywhere, all right? And you find, hopefully, within your city or your location, people that are interested, and you kind of change up your messages. But the retargeting is like unbelievably laser focused. And I want to show you, kind of compare these two as we go. So we have an idea. We created an idea, and the idea is very simple. We want to make ad creation cost effective, because this is what we're talking about, showing your ads all over the internet, following people around, okay? Allow businesses to retarget 100% of the people that come to their website, and help businesses market their 5-star reputation. That's why we created this beta program that I'm going to tell you about, to help companies do what only big companies have been able to do. And because it can be more effective than SEO, pay-per-click, and television advertising, this is the idea. Okay, I'm going to give you more of a visual on it right now. Now, I know you folks are from different backgrounds, different niches, different subcategories of industry, and you have different products and different services, but just imagine with me for a moment that you're an auto dealer and you provide auto service, okay? In this example, we have Quality Auto. This is the name of the company, and somebody visits their website, and they're looking for something. All right, maybe they're wanting to buy a car, maybe they need to get in for an oil change or a tire rotation, whatever it is. Maybe they're looking to finance their next vehicle. Maybe they're looking for a local shop that they can trust. They come to the website, they look around for about 5 seconds and leave. How often does that happen? How often do you come onto a site and you spend half a minute and you don't find instantly what you wanted, you're done, or like I said, you get distracted. Okay, let's be honest, that's the way we browse online. That's the way it works, whether it's on your phone or whether it's on your desktop or your tablet or your laptop, whatever. That's the way we work online. We all have ADHD. That's reality. So now if you're Quality Auto, you're like, oh, shoot, that person came and went. But not really, because now we got them. All right, now we're going to start tracking them. So not only is that phone showing up, what we care about is I've got an amazing offer that I have proven with Quality Auto to get new clients, and it's 60% off your first oil change. Maybe they don't engage with that one. Well, how about this? Now they see a video ad when they go to watch the LeBron James basketball highlights. How phenomenal is that? A video ad that plays just before the highlights on ESPN. That is phenomenal brand exposure. Same thing on CNN. Same thing on Springfield News or wherever you are, your local news. Okay, maybe on Forbes and a auto video starts playing. Okay, same thing with weather.com, Yahoo Finance, and on apps like Reddit, Wordscapes, classified apps, okay, that are on your phone, news and sports apps. So powerful. You're showing up anywhere and everywhere, but your ads are only showing to those people that have already clearly indicated that they're interested in your business. How do we know that? Because they've been to your website, because they spent time looking for something on your site. So powerful. This is what retargeting is. Now, here's the thing about when people visit your website, when people are checking you out. Okay, someone visits your site, you drop a pixel on them, and now you market to them, and you follow them up for 90 days. Okay, we already talked about that. The problem is with visitors is that every visitor is a potential buyer today, 90 days from now, but here's the problem. There's no way of knowing who is who. But we do know that they fit into one of 3 categories. They might be looking for a good deal, right? How many of us have gone deal hunting? Put a yes in the chat. Have you gone deal hunting online? Yeah, of course you have. That's often what we do. But that's not all we do online. We're looking for a reputable company. How many of you in the last month have read a review online? You're looking for those 5 stars, reputations, right, before you stay at the hotel, before you buy the pizza. Everything as little as lunch to a car dealership, to buying a home, to working with a real estate agent. Okay, we're looking for amazing reputation. They might also be looking for a specific product or service. So these are what they're doing on your site when they come looking for you. Okay, now I'm going to give you a secret, and write this down or take a screenshot right now. This is what your competitors don't know yet. You've never heard of it. Your competitors haven't heard of it. You can actually 10x, that's right, 10 times your results if you retarget each buyer for 90 days. And here's the key. Because some of your competitors might be doing retargeting. Not many do it, but some of them might be doing it. But here's what they're not doing that you can. You can switch up your messaging and get rid of banner blindness. Now, what am I talking about? Remember, somebody visits your site and you can start marketing them. But watch this. We created a 10x retargeting funnel so that they come to your site and immediately they start seeing this discount offer ad. But they may not respond to that because maybe they don't care about an offer. They were more interested in something else, like your reputation. So in 3 days, we start showing them reputation ads, and then on day 10 after they visited, we show them a free offer ad. Maybe it's a free estimate. It depends on what you have, right? Then another reputation. 20 days later, we go to a branding ad, and so on, and so on, and so on, constantly switching up the visuals, constantly switching up the messaging until we hit on what it is they care about. We do this for 90 days because that's the window, okay? That's the window that works to bring them back and to start getting results. So, a couple questions for you about this 10x retargeting funnel. Do you see how this is different from what you're doing now? Is this different? I want yeses and nos in the chat. Is this different from what you're doing now? If you're doing this already, go ahead and say no. But if this is different from what you're doing now, put a yes in the chat. I want everyone engaged here and paying attention to this. I mean, you spent the time to come here. I want you to really think about this. Is this different from what you're doing now? And second question, can you see how we're hitting different interests over a 90-day period? You see how we're doing that by constantly changing up the messaging, the focus of the messaging, and also the visuals over a 90-day period. Okay? So, fact is, why only Fortune 1000 companies have done this? Like this is like big companies that really have done this sort of approach, and here's why. All right? To create 10 ad sets, if you've ever gotten ads and creatives done, and when we're talking about 10 ad sets, we're not talking about 10 little files. We're talking about anywhere from 14 to 23 different file sizes per ad set, each at $695. That's a $6,950 value. And then to manage those 10 ad campaigns, to get them up and running at just $300 per campaign, that's a $3,000. And so just to get started, you're talking about almost $10,000. You can start to see why only Fortune 1000 companies have really done this. And the really crappy part is we haven't spent any money on ads yet. I mean, how many of you know when you go to do a Facebook ad or a Google ad or any other type of digital ad online, you got to create the stuff, but then you start paying, right? That's the way it works. It's called paid traffic, paid advertising. It's retargeting, and that's the way that it works. So that's the bad news, and that's why it's been Fortune 1000 companies that do this. But we have something very special for you as our beta tester to give you an advantage over your competition. And here's what it is. It's a special for our beta testers. I got to ask you, do you want to dominate your competition? Do you want to dominate your competition or just kind of compete with them like on an even playing level? Or do you want to dominate them by having an incredible advantage? And it's called the 10X Market Dominator, where you get 3 discount offer ad sets. That's worth $2,100. Remember, there's like 14 to 23 different file sizes per. Then 3 branding ad sets. 4 reputation ad sets. We take reviews that you either have online or that people are willing to give you, and we put the 5 stars in there so people can see your 5 stars. And we set up 10 separate retargeting campaigns, so that sequence which I showed you of constant changing messages to really hit what they care about goes into effect, and you get up to 25,000 monthly impressions. That's right. That's how many times your ads are going to show. 25,000 monthly impressions is what you can get for, and that's a $3,000 value. All right, so think about the exposure that you're getting. This is an over $13,000 value. Plus, we'll replace 4 ad sets if we're finding that it's not getting the type of click-throughs or it's not quite grabbing the market as much as you might like or as we think that it should. We have 4 replacement ad sets right there. This total value is $15,800. So again, you can see why this has been Fortune 1000 companies that have been doing this. But for you, one-time offer for members only, and so this is our clientele, okay, that join us in this. We're offering this for $697 per month. All right, so the reason this works, it's a beta program. We only have 1 spot per niche or niche category, per industry, all right, per region. Now, I know we have people from all different sorts of places here today, different businesses. So there's 1 spot. You have to commit for a 6-month minimum. I mean, our customers come and they stay with us. But you have to commit to a 6 months, and we have 1 spot per business type per region. Okay, that's very important that you hear that. Okay, so now let me just mention a couple of things because I kind of know what you're thinking. All right, so if you're looking at this and you're thinking, you know, the strategy looks amazing. I think this could work for me in my business. You know, and if I do it, I definitely want to make sure I get this kind of beta pricing as opposed to spending like just over $10,000, $15,000 up front. You know that you want that kind of pricing, but you've got a but, right? I know most of you have a but in your mind. You're like, I'm not sure about the messaging. I don't know about my type of offers. I don't really do offers. I don't know about my traffic levels right now, if that really works with retargeting or anything else. All right. How many of you, you know, are you thinking that? I know some of you are thinking it, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. That's what you're thinking. Okay. So for you, I have something very good today that you can take advantage of. And that is our traffic assessment. You can claim your custom traffic assessment right now at 0. There's 0 cost to you right now. For this group, as our way of saying thank you, we're offering 7 custom traffic assessments. I'm putting a link in the chat right now. This is first come, first serve. Click on the link and you'll see that you can just book a 30-minute traffic assessment with our team to review a number of things. Now, we only have 7 spots, so you're going to need to book this before we're done right now, before we're done our session here, okay? Don't plan to come back to this later. It's pointless. So what we do during this session is we're going to review your website with you, your top customer offers. If you don't have offers, because some industries don't do offers, okay? A lot of you do, but some of you don't. So we'll discuss how we deal with that, your reputation, and your brand power online, okay? Because these are the 3 critical components for 10x retargeting, and managing and handling these properly is absolutely critical. Now, we're also going to discuss the right messaging for you in your region, in your business, in your industry during this time, the right messaging to connect with your hottest prospects. Okay, so the link is in the chat. If anybody can't see that, please let us know. Well, we've put it in the public chat. Click on it right now. Grab your free custom traffic assessment. Like I said, we have 7. So if you're serious about this, if you think this is for you, just grab one right now. So what we're going to do next is we're going to move into Q&A. All right, because I see some of you have been asking questions. I've kind of been just passing through them. We're going to come to your questions now. And like I said, if you're serious about this program and seeing if it is a fit for you, then make sure you book the time as we're going through the Q&A. All right, you got time. You've got a few minutes here. Just jump over there and do that right now. Let me bring up the Q&A slide and some of the questions coming in. Where will my ads show up? Good question. I showed you on the visual like huge brands like Forbes, like ESPN, but there's also like WebMD, Discovery Channel. When you go online and you going on content-based sites that run advertising, that's how they do their business. That's the type of places that you show up in their huge brand names. Now, same thing in the app world. You go on Wordscapes Or what are some of the big games, right? Particularly games for adults, because that's where we want to be, right? You're business to business. You want to be in front of adults, and you don't want to be like my daughter plays these games where she's like cleaning little toddlers' teeth. And we're not so much interested in being on those apps. You want to be on the apps that adults are spending their time on, like the weather app or podcast apps, news apps, really important. And there's plenty of adult gaming apps as well that we do want to be on. And so those are where your ads are showing up. Next question, what's my upfront cost? The beautiful thing about this beta is we're not charging you an upfront cost. Now you see all the work that goes into it. That's why we require the 6-month commitment, but there is not an upfront cost. It's not like you got to do $5,000 up front or $10,000 up front. No, we're covering that. That's part of our beta program. You see, we want to be working in multiple industries with this program, okay? Can you share some of your testimonials and references? And the answer is yes. We can share that during our assessment, towards the end of our assessment, when you sign up for that. Again, if you weren't paying attention, the assessment link is in the chat. So we do have case studies that we can share with you, testimonials that we can share with you. Do the ads show up on tablets and phones? Yeah, definitely. I was just talking about apps. I mean, that's the main environment, right, for apps is on tablets and phones, so absolutely. And also websites on tablets and phones, but it really is the app world there. How does it compare to search ads? So your cost of exposure and particularly your cost per click, we see in almost every industry side by side, it really dominates on that, okay, compared to like a Google search ad, for example. Good question. All right, if anyone's having trouble with the assessment link, please put that in the chat if you're not able to sign up. I see we've got some people signing up, so again, we're offering 7 of these slots. We do still have some open. Make sure you grab it right now before we finish off. Question, how long do I get to keep the beta pricing, and will it go up? When you join the beta program, so here's how you make sure you get to take advantage of the beta program. Number 1 is you sign up for one of the assessments, because that starts the process. You see if it's for you. People that do the assessment will make a decision. Yes, this is definitely for me. Let's sign up. You get the beta pricing. And as long as you are in the beta, you keep it for life. There's no increases. Okay? And we're thrilled that we've had businesses that stay with us and they just continue to take advantage of our beta program. So yeah, good question, good thinking on that. So not only are you getting it for that 6-month period, that's just the commitment level we're asking for from you. You get to keep that pricing. It just goes on month after month after month. Good question. All right. Okay, great to see all the folks joining up for the assessment. Can't wait to meet with you on those assessments. We'll send out a reminder email for you. We'll send out a reminder email for you on that. And with that said, thank you so much for being a part of our session. Remember, go grab that traffic assessment link. Looks like we've got one more open spot. Go ahead and grab that, and we'll see those of you on the assessments. Thanks everyone for being a part of the training, and have a great day.